everybody else's. First I want to introduce Ron. Then he's going to show you some videos. And then after that, I'll talk to you a little bit about the journal, answer any questions that you have. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to find it and get back to you. And then you guys can ask any questions that you want. First of all, let me introduce Ron Gatewood. His title is Master. He has studied with Jimmy for 28 years, plus 2 more. For those 28 years, when he lived in El Cajon, or actually Ramona, which is San Diego County, he drove to El Monte every Saturday and back, which is a good 3 hours of driving every Saturday. So either he's very dedicated or he's got some mental problems, because anybody that would do that, 4 hours, okay, see? And then after Jimmy retired, he drove to LA, or to El Monte actually every other Saturday when Jimmy had class. He has, and I'm sure most of you have heard, the most video and audio documentation on San Soo in existence. Many of his audio tapes were collected by taking his tape recorder and talking to Jimmy, and then when Ron would go to work out, he'd leave his tape recorder running. So he collected a lot of information about Jimmy, from everything from his buying his new T-Bird that he bought, some of you remember that when he had his T-Bird, to talking about the art, to maybe talking about different persons that he really cared about in his family. But Ron has all sorts of documentation. The really neat thing is that I can walk over to Ron's garage and I can hear Jimmy's voice, I can hear his laugh, and I can hear him talking. And sometimes I can't understand it, but I know that it's Jimmy, and that's the biggest thing about it. So he has just boxes full of audio tapes. As far as videotapes, go ahead. He would continually run his video camera at class. He caught lessons, he caught forms, he caught everything going. He also was told at times when Jimmy didn't want things videotaped, Ron had a knack of, you'll notice on that player right up there, the camera has a little red light. Well, Ron conveniently had some black tape that went over that. So when Jimmy said, hey, no taping, Ron said, no problem. But he was taping. And it wasn't for him to make big bucks, because he probably never will. It was so he could preserve the art. So what he's doing with the journal, let me tell you a little bit too. We have a school in La Mesa. We have probably 1/3 the students that you have. You have a great school here. And we're working to get San Soo out as much as we can to share with people. What he's got today is something that I haven't even seen yet, is some of his 8mm tapes. He used to take tapes when, for some of us that aren't old enough to remember, but he had the little wind-up cameras used for 8mm, and then as it progressed to Super 8, he would wind up and take more. And so these are a combination of about 36 tapes that I almost needed a Brinks armored truck to take from his house down to the place to get them on tape and then come back home. I don't like driving with his videotapes or his audio tapes at all. But this is some very precious material. Now there's no sound on these tapes, because if you think back, 8mm had no sound. Eventually we'll have some music that goes with it to play it so that when you watch. He's going to explain about the tape a little bit, and he's going to answer any questions. And one thing you'll find about Ron is that if you have a question, feel free to ask. If he doesn't know the answer, he won't lie to you. He'll find the answer. But he's not going to tell you a story. And the most important thing is so you all know that from the bottom of his heart, he wants to share San Soo so that it stays within a certain normal realm that Jimmy provided us, so that we don't have San Soo people doing kicks to the ceiling and jumping off cliffs and doing flips. We want to have people that can go out and defend themselves, but they're also good people. That's the most crucial thing. So now Master Ron Gatewood will discuss with you about his tape and some little bit about San Soo. Ron?
What I want to do is to clarify some stuff, that things, maybe I can best show you. I see so many guys demonstrating and they try to do Jimmy salute, okay? And I see this and all kinds of different, and there's things that we want to cover so it looks right. Actually, when Jimmy saluted, it was like here, these would almost, it's like a wing of a bird, okay? Sometimes they do it fast, but all the weight's sitting back here. I see guys saluting like this, okay? But things we want to cover, so we want to go back on the film and look at why and how. And that's not, I thought we were the only people who did that. I went with the troupe that did lion dancing. They had the same opening. I thought it was pretty neat. But you'd see it open, and it's, what do you call it, parallel with the body or whatever. But so you'd be facing here. He'd step up and pull back. So all those things that they're kind of skewing off, and they're not right. So that's why I'm glad we have the films and things. On this first film, this is not the film. This is a video I've taken. But there's something on here that's so important that I want you to see it. And you hear this new thing of using your own element. You guys heard that before? And we have Jimmy on here telling what your own element is. Now all you guys come and using your own element, so they go get a little taekwondo and they go get a little this and a little that. But I wanted to show you here, this first part, as Jimmy talks about that. Now, you might have a little, if I think you're having a hard time understanding him, I'll try to interpret it for you. I don't know what that was.
Okay, it's not on camera. I mean, it's not, the TV's not on camera,
The
Ron.
sound? How about sound?
No, I said the TV's not, my camera's not on the TV.
Good, good.
Sounds up.
Okay, maybe this is the first part.
It was so due to one lower part of the body head. I understand the cable line.
Yeah.
Some of the diaphragm, okay, some of the heart. Use the ball of your feet, or toe of your feet.
Use the ball of your foot or toe of your foot
You have to train the man down.
in the heart.
Okay, toe or ball, see? So this is my train down here, see?
You guys can move up. See it all that better.
Okay?
I'll tell you when we get to
Take off. I can take this ball.
Scoot up.
There we go.
Now, you take a man in the forehead,
Kick him in the
take
ball
all
bladder.
your feet, not toe your feet, all your feet, heel your feet. Kick him at one, toe, ball, heel. There you go. Okay? You take to the chin. You can do not take to the heel.
You can do not. He always says it. You can do not.
Or your shoulder. Maybe you get rid of all your feet, the toe your feet. You can do not take the toe, so take the toe. Okay?
He had a very distinctive laugh too.
I always understand that. Someday, the students, people ask you all kinds of questions.
Someday your students will ask you all kinds of questions.
Okay? Okay? So this is the time. When you tell your students things, you have to make sense.
You tell your students things that have to
You
make
don't
sense.
make sense, you don't know, and you don't know. He has some crazy question, you don't know, you don't know. No, I don't.
Tell them you don't know if you don't know.
Don't have to take everything. Try to stick your head on the ground. You don't see somebody else. You don't think somebody else sees you. Okay, that's the important one. You do your best. That's good enough, okay? What more do you want? Tell like I do my best and you don't like it, don't come.
I do my best. You don't like it, you don't come.
That's all I can do for you.
That's all I can do.
don't care how much you pay me.
I don't let you pay me.
Okay, if you don't like it, we can do this. Right? So the law you honor is doing what you do. Okay? How about one time, okay? Slow, real slow.
It's right in here somewhere. I don't know exactly where. When we do the film, you have to put up with, it's unedited. We just got it on video. And
About what year was this?
well, bell bottoms are still in. I'm not
This
sure.
is only 6 movements because if I teach you Italian repeat on the first of the year, every day, 5 days a week, every day, you get one move.
Did he wear bell bottoms just in the 70s or all the time?
No, just when he was very stylish. Very stylish.